Hello everyone, welcome to Doctor's Academy for Taxation and Accounting. If you are watching this channel for the first time, please subscribe and also please watch the previous videos. Watch until the end of this video, and if it is useful, please forward to the others. Please like and give your comment. So today in this video, let us try to explain the computation of total income or taxable income. Because the total income or taxable income is the very important factor for computation of the tax liability. So let us start. Total income is the base for computation of tax liability. Then how we could arrive total income or taxable income? Total income is equal to gross total income minus deduction under section 80C to 80U. Then how we can arrive gross total income? Gross total income is the heads of income computed according to the provisions of this act, altogether added along with the aggregation provision, set off and carry forward provision, then it will be gross total income. So from that value, if we adopt deduction under section 80C to 80U, you will be getting taxable income or total income. So first head of income is income from salary. So according to section 15, 16 and 17, along with the section 10, that is exempted income, we can calculate the income from the first head of income, that is salary. Now, compute income from house property, that any rent received from letting out of any building or based on the annual value, and adopting section 22 to 27. Specifically, I would say section 22, 23, 24, 25, 25A, 25B, 26 and 27, you can arrive income from house property. Similarly, profits and gains from business or profession, that is the third head of income, through adopting section 28 to 43D, you can arrive profits and gains or business or profession. So specifically for the chargeability, section 28 we will be using. For computation, section 29, 30 and 43D will be used. For special provision, section 44 to 44DA for computation of the presumptive taxation will be adopted. For the deemed profit, section 41 will be used, and for the definition, section 43, section 211, section 213, section 223, section 229BA and section 236 will be used for defining the various terms which is required for the computation of business income or professional income. Along with that, other provisions will be used, that is section 42, 43A, 43C, 43CA and 43D will be used for the computation of income from business or profession. Then for the computation of the fourth head of income, that is capital gain, we will be adopting section 48 to 54GB for arriving the capital gain. Then the last head of income, that is other sources of income, the section 56 to 59 including section 94 will be used for computation of income from other sources. Along with this, if we could add the aggregation provision, which means the income of others will be included, some unexplained expenses will be included, unexplained investment will be included, cash credits will be included. If any unexplained money if found, it will be included. So all that items will be included along with the value which we arrived, so that it will be the gross total income minus the set of provision. So loss from one activity could be adjusted with a profit of another activity. For example, loss from a genuine business can be adjusted with loss from another genuine business. Similarly, loss from a speculation business can be adjusted with a profit from another speculative business. So this kind of set off and carry forward according to the provision can be exercised. After that, if we could apply the various deduction under section 80C to 80U, then we will be getting the taxable income or total income. On this value, on this taxable income or total income, we will be applying the tax rate according to the types of assessing. Here you have to keep one thing in mind, that In the case of other sources of income, the tax rate is flat rate of 30% or 10%. That will be applied depending on the type of assessee, depending on the nature of the income. Similarly, for capital gain, section 111A and section 112 will be applied, which means the tax liability or the tax rate for capital gain may be at 10% or maybe 15% or maybe 20%. So the concept of total income is very important. Based on this value, tax liability is computed. So to arrive the total income, first of all we have to compute the various heads of income according to the provisions of this act. For income from salary, we have to adopt section 15, 16, 17 and section 10. Similarly, income from house property has to be calculated by using the various sections for that particular income computation, and income from business or profession has to be calculated based on the various sections of section 28 to 43D, and the income from capital gain has to be calculated if it is applicable by adopting various sections of section 48 to 54 GB, and any other residual income is there, that also has to be calculated based on section 56 to 59, and aggregation provision has to be considered. Aggregation means nothing but inclusion of others' income with the income of the assessee along with the unexplained expenses, then cash credits or unexplained money or unexplained deposits, things like that. Then from that value, the set off provision has to be exercised and the carry forward provision has to be exercised. Balance will be the gross total income. From that gross total income, if we adopt the eligible deduction under section 80C to 80U, then we will be getting the taxable income or total income. On this value, the tax rate will be applicable and the tax liability to be calculated. Hope this video is useful for you. Please share it across the students community, and in the next video, let us start with each head of income computation. Let us start with the computation of income from salary. Thank you very much for watching.